Hello YouTube. Hello everybody. It is December 31st. December 31st, 2006. Tomorrow will be January 1st, 2007. I'm very excited for this day. For at least 3 months solid. I'm prepared to release my business. I'm prepared to release all of my plans, all of my goals and dreams and my ambitions are going to start realizing themselves because I have decided that they are going to occur. I have placed trust in several people, in many people, and now I'm going to spend the next little while contacting them, contacting new people, talking to new business owners, talking to new creative professionals and professors. I think that the most exciting thing about what it is that I do is the fact that it's never been done before. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has tried to unite people in the same way that I am. What I want to do is I want to create 1,800 short films. Now you might think, wow, that's going to be impossible. But I don't think it is. I don't think that it is. I need to create 1,800 short films, and I have a team of people that can help me do it. I want to create one short film and one feature website for every single business owner who registers as a producer in the Dark Flame Studios network. I want to help people express themselves clearly, for a purpose, and positively. Because there's so much negative communication, and it gets me down. It really gets me down when people are negative all the time. I like coming outside and blogging out here because it's nice out, and because there's more oxygen out here than there is in my room. Also, I tend to think clearer, which probably has something to do with the oxygen. Russ's new band with Little Nathan are playing tonight at Robin Dillon's, the party that I'm going to. And Russ called me just as I was getting out of the shower to make sure I was bringing my camera. Now, fortunately, I was actually planning on bringing my camera. That's why I'm out here doing this blog right now. Because in 2007, Dark Flame News is going to begin, and I'm going to do it until I find somebody else who wants to do it. And at that point, I will be doing it with them. I did a test to see if Dark Flame News could be run by another person and just with me writing the script, but I don't think that it is. I think that I'm going to have to cover everything that's important to me, and then I'm going to have to get them to cover everything that they think is important. I don't know, so if anybody is interested in doing broadcast journalism, it's not professional grade, technically, because it's not working within the structure of broadcast journalism that's already out there, but anybody on YouTube can understand that the news isn't about somebody else. The news is about what's important to you, and the news is about communicating important information from one person to another. So why does the person in that house want to watch the news when I could tell them something that has to do with me, and I live right across the street? You know, why are we looking somewhere completely different to tell us what's going on when we could just talk to each other and figure that out for ourselves? And I don't mean that we should isolate ourselves. I don't think that we should, limit our perception of reality to a small area. I think that we should listen to everybody in all kinds of areas, in all kinds of places. But I think that it's important to actually talk to one another and make sure that what we're thinking about is good, is mutually beneficial, is true, or at least true to the people, not just true to some random person who has a job working for a network that's told what to do by his boss. Because who knows where those sources can come from. And, you know, surfing on the internet, I do all my research on the internet, and I come across so much news that just goes ignored. So many important things that have not been addressed. So many important things that have not been addressed. And I don't like coming across as a conspiracy nut because I think about things that everyone else hasn't. I think that that's just a ridiculous cop-out. I mean, I see something, I see some evidence to suggest something, and then I tell someone and they think I'm a conspiracy nut. Well, that's not exactly how it is. I think it really has more to do with accepting responsibility for your own understanding and being willing to share that with another person. And it's not that I've made a solid understanding, it's that I'm searching for an answer and I have questions, and I want to share those questions with you. Questions like, why has George Bush not been impeached? Why did they go to war? Why are Canadian soldiers dying in Afghanistan? Why are we fighting a war? Why can't we cooperate with these people? Why did we kill Saddam Hussein? He didn't have weapons of mass destruction. It was George Bush that lied to us. It wasn't him. Questions like, how come it's so hard to survive in Canada? How come minimum wage is so low? How come there are so many jobs and yet people are still unemployed? Why is it that we have to go to work every day? Why is it that we can't just exist? What if I want to be part of a pacifist utopia? What if I just want to have my basic needs supplied for by the government and I just want to write all day long? That's impossible. It's impossible in our current state. And those types of questions should be asked. I don't think that I should be condemned for asking them or condemned for expecting that that kind of thing should occur. Like, why couldn't I? I mean, it's not going to hurt anybody. It costs almost nothing to support that sort of a lifestyle, and my literature could be used to educate thousands of people. Now, I'm not saying that I'm intelligent enough to educate everyone on every subject, but if you had 100 people who wanted to do the same thing, then 100 people could spend their entire lives just writing all of this knowledge and debating philosophical thought, trying to figure out problems. You know, to have this type of a research or thought group would be extremely beneficial to a society, in my opinion. And so my question is not, it's why not? Why not? Anyways, I'm going to go inside because it's a little bit cold and I haven't eaten yet. And I have to upload this and get started on planning for this evening. So, it was nice talking